Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me, one of the best prospects in this draft. His name is Khalil Shakir. He's a wide receiver out of Boise State. Nice to have you on, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, good solid career there at Boise State. Why don't you go ahead, give us the backdrop on your, career, if you don't mind. Tell me where you're from and how you ultimately got there to Boise.
Yeah, so I'm from Southern California, Marietta. Played high school at Vista Marietta High School. Ended up at Boise State just because of the culture that they have there, what that staff does, and the coach staff came into my life. My time throughout Boise State have been nothing but the biggest support system to me, and have got me to where I'm at today. Definitely wouldn't be there without them. You got my first staff for my first 3 years were led by Coach Harson. Who's now at Auburn, but he's somebody who believed in me. And, if we watch film, I'm lining up everywhere. And he's somebody who kind of put that trust into me and let me know that, I could do it, and he wasn't going to let me fail. So shout out to him for sure. Then now with the staff there, my last year, Coach Avalos and those guys, great staff. There's those are guys who are going to make sure that the team is going to do nothing but win this upcoming season. And, special shout out to my receiver coach there, Coach Miller. He's somebody who, always had my back no matter what. He's somebody who, not even on the field, off the field, I could go to him with whatever I needed to go to him with, and he would just help me out and just kind of help me become the young man that I am today. So it's been nothing but a blessing.
Awesome. So, yeah, I mean, a good solid career. I mean, I want to say this past season was your best season statistically. Obviously being named first team all conference, and all of that, going over the 1,000 yard mark, 1,117, yards receiving. So, some awesome stuff there. Um, and then eventually making it out to the Senior Bowl. Obviously, you caught their eye. So, talk a little bit about your experience with that event overall.
Yeah, no, that was a very, very fun experience. And, shout out to Jim Nagy and those guys for giving me the opportunity to go out there and showcase my talents. My whole career going against Mountain West guys and a couple, teams out of conference, but to go up there and compete against people from everywhere, all the conferences, and showcasing my talents and what I can do against those guys. It was just a blessing to be there. And I think, what I was able to accomplish out there, me and my agents, we just talk about checking boxes off. And, first up was that Senior Bowl, going out there and just balling out and, making myself stand out from the others. And we definitely checked that box.
And I guess the next box in line there is that pro day. So you had that not too long ago. Why don't you kind of fill me in a little bit on that overall experience as well?
Yeah, pro day was a good day. Didn't run the 40 again because I ran it at the combine, and that was another big thing we had to check off was my 40 time. It was just running as fast as I can, and I never ran track. I never did was necessarily that straight line speed type of guy. So it was definitely a change, the whole training process as far as making sure that I can run the fastest 40 time ever was a huge box to check off, and we definitely did that. But I got the opportunity to go out there in pro day and again just get out there and show what I can do in front of scouts and teams and meet with people and show them not only they see the football player on film, but show them who I am as a person. So definitely had a great day out there. Upped my vertical by 4 inches, and that was huge for me as well, something that I wanted to accomplish. So definitely another check box.
Great. So, I mean, again, like you had said, went out there, did an excellent job in your 40, at least per my notes. I have a 4:43:40, which is obviously, a stellar time. And then, of course, you were saying there about, obviously your experience with the Senior Bowl and Pro Day. One of the biggest things that happens is you get a chance to actually meet some scouts, maybe sit down with some interviews. How did those go overall for you? Did you have any experience with those interviews you want to share?
Yeah, no, it's definitely between Senior Bowl and Combine and Pro Day. I had the chance to meet with every single team, to be honest, and just to be able to, it's something that I've dreamed of, and something that a lot of older guys that I've been teammates with in the past, they went through the same process, and they've kind of let me know how it goes, and pretty much the biggest thing that they would all tell me is just be me, going in there, and like I said, they see the person on film, they see what type of football player you are. They want to get to know you. They want to know if they can trust you, if you're the guy that's gonna, put in the extra work, and just how your character is, to be honest. So getting in front of those teams and just chopping it up with them and showing who I am, definitely is something that was awesome. And still going forward right now with meeting with teams and talking to people. And I think the biggest thing for me is that I just have to make sure that I, show them the type of person that I am, and not being fake or anything, just be real and just be myself.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a very busy guy. Again, just want to say appreciate you sitting down with me, for this interview because I mean, I know that, man, these days it's just kind of hard to set aside that time. So, let's talk about you as a prospect. I mean, obviously a wide receiver. Tell me what kind of wide receiver you are, where you line up there on the field, and what you feel separates you as a prospect.
I mean, I'd say I'm a wide receiver, but I definitely feel like I can play any position on offense. My 4 years at Boise State, every single season I was lining up, and every single position I'd line up at wide out, X or Z. I'd line up in the slot, I'd line up in the backfield, and I even did some wildcat. So I think for me, the thing that stands out the most is my versatility. I wouldn't label myself as just a receiver. I'm able to go out there and play any position and play it at an elite level. And, it's not just me saying that. It's just, I have the film of 4 years to back it up. It's facts. So definitely for me, my versatility stands out.
Gotcha. I was going to ask you, a little bit more about that, but it sounds like with your versatility, you're willing to do a whole lot of different things. I was going to ask you actually your favorite route. So, talk to me about your favorite route.
I would say my favorite route is probably a choice route. Um, line up in the slot and go run a choice route. You got a couple options you can do, and you could, the depth is 5 yards. You can get there, hook it up. You could run a slant or you could run out. And then obviously you're reading the defense as best as you can to make that decision while being on the same page as the quarterback. But I think at the end of the day, the choice route, you get three options within a route. I'm going to get open. So
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as the quarterback's always looking your way,
yeah.
you'll be getting that ball as often as possible. So, um, let's talk about some of your highlights of your career. Is there maybe one moment or game or play that sticks out in your mind overall? Like, again, a great solid career, a lot of great games. What's that one game for you?
Yeah, actually, my favorite memory, I wasn't even playing in the game. I was out for an injury my freshman year in 2018. The guys were playing BYU, and it came down to literally they're on like the 1 yard line with last play of the game. So I was on the sideline watching, and actually I couldn't even really watch. I was so nervous because the rivalry between BYU and Boise State is huge. So wasn't even really watching, kind of had my head at the ground, turned around a little bit, just hoping that we'd get the dub. And at the end of the day, you hear the crowd start going crazy, and I turned around, and my brothers were out there running around with smiles on their face. And for me as a player and as a teammate, the best feeling in the world is when you see all 80, 90 guys on the team run around the field just smiling with smiles on their face. So nothing beats a moment like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. Beating a rival for sure. Kind of interesting that you picked the best moment of yours. When you're, not the one out there. So I mean, what I get from that response really is that you're a selfless player. And so oftentimes you get these receivers that are divas that want the ball on every play. And I think that that's fair. I mean, you want to be able to contribute. So, how do you see yourself with that label? Do you see yourself as a diva at all, or no?
No, not at all. I think I'm far from that. Never been the diva type, and my pops will never let me be the diva type. So, he's somebody who makes sure that even if I'm not on the field, I'm out there supporting my teammates, and that's what I've been taught to do my whole life. So, I pick a moment like that just because I don't necessarily have to be the person making the play. every single time, and as much as I want to, and as much as I know that I can make that play every single time, as for me, as long as the team, the brotherhood is happy with what we've accomplished that game day, and as we moved forward, as long as everybody was happy around me, I was happy.
Awesome. I was going to ask you, Khalil. I mean, obviously we're in draft season. People are putting up their mock drafts, their big boards, and things like that. Like, I don't know if players actually look themselves up on people's boards and see like exactly where they're going to be drafted. I think that the consensus obviously is that we know that you will be drafted. It's all about who and where. So um, have you looked that up at all? Do you have any inkling as to where you might land? Like I can tell you at least from the mock draft that I did last month, I had you in the third round going to the Chiefs. They might elect to get another wide receiver earlier, but how does that sit with you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't try to look into that stuff too much. For me, respectfully, none of that stuff really matters. At the end of the day, there's you're not in the office making no decisions with teams. They're gonna pick who they want to pick, and for me, I know God has my back, and I know He's gonna place me in a spot where I'm supposed to be. So I try not to look into that stuff too much at all, and just do what I can, throughout my life right now, to put myself in that best position to get drafted.
Gotcha. And again, I mean, we do feel like you're going to get drafted. Probably going to hear your name, hopefully second day. I mean, again, I had you. I want to say it was like 103 overall. So we'll see. We'll see how high we get you drafted there for sure. So it'll be fun. It would be kind of interesting though, like if you were a Bronco twice over. Have you thought about that as a possibility?
Yeah, I've actually been a Bronco pretty much my whole life, from fifth grade and on. So in fifth grade, up until high school, I was my youth football team were the Broncos. So was a Bronco then got into high school as a Bronco, then a Bronco at Boise State, and I've thought about that before, just because how cool it would be. It's like you're a Bronco pretty much your whole life, and I just thought that right there is just something special. That you can't make that type of stuff up. So I think that would definitely be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely sounds like AFC West is, you know, probably going to end up being home there for sure. Let's cross our fingers. But I don't know. Again, like I mean, I know that you've, like you said, have sat down with like all these different teams in the NFL. So we'll see what happens come draft day. So I do want to get a chance to meet you outside of football. So tell me something about yourself that you feel is unique, special. Interesting, quirky, unique, however you want to spin it. So, give me something about yourself.
I mean, I don't do too much outside of football. I mean, the main thing that I do, I bowl a lot. Um, I go bowling once or twice every single week. Actually, today's a bowling day, $2 Tuesdays. So all the games are $2. So that's something that me and my fiance started way back. I would say like a year and a half ago, just going every single week, to the point where some of the workers know who we are now. So I like to bowl a lot. I really do. And if I'm not bowling, I'm probably just laying down, relaxing. So nothing special about me. Pretty chilled, laid back dude.
Gotcha. What's your bowling average?
Average, I would say 180, 190.
That's fair. That's decent. Better than me. So, for me, I need like like the rails up, like the
Yeah.
child guard, you know, so I don't get all these gutters. A couple of other quick questions for you, just kind of a question answer thing. So, favorite, favorite, favorite movie
That's a tough one. Um,
or TV show?
I'm not a big TV shows. I just got done watching. It's a new thing that they came out with on Netflix called Vikings Valhalla, and I just finished the first season. Second season's not supposed to come out till next year, so I'm pretty bummed about that. But something to look forward to. Um, but yeah, I would say definitely Vikings Valhalla. Everybody should check that out for sure. If you're into
Great.
the gory, war-ish type of stuff, it's definitely something you should check out.
Sure. You have a favorite music artist? Have you? Can we narrow that down to a couple?
Yeah, I got a couple. I mean, my main person I listen to a lot is Rod Wave. He's somebody I listen to a lot. But you'd be surprised, man. For me, my game day playlist was all female artists. Nicki Minaj, Alicia Keys, Beyonce. I like to sing with my music. That's what gets me hyped. So I like to sing with if I could sing to it, then it's for me.
So singing along with Beyonce. So I'm pretty sure that gets you some looks there in the locker room.
Oh, no doubt.
That sounds fun. Hey, man, as we wrap things up, I mean, again, I know that there are a lot of scouts that have their eyes on you. Somebody's going to be drafting you, here in a few weeks. I do want you to have one last opportunity to give them your pitch. Why should they draft you, sign you, and bring you into their franchise? So go ahead and hit them with that.
Yeah, my versatility and my gameplay, speaks for itself. You look at like I said, look at my 4 years of film, and I'm lining up everywhere. And not only am I lining up everywhere, I'm doing that at an elite level, and I'm making plays lining up everywhere. So that's definitely something that, I pride myself on being out there, to being able to go out there and play at that elite level at every single position. One play I might be at slot, but then the next play I'm out wide, so and to be able to, do that, speaks for itself, to have all those things and prepare throughout the week to make sure that I'm myself prepared to go out there on game day and just ball out, no matter where I line up. And I provide, depth to special teams as well. I've done return game. I've ran down on kickoff my sophomore year. So, a lot of times it's, with the receiver, it's like, I provide for returns, punt return, kick return. But for me, I've also ran down on kickoff. So, for me, it's special teams, offense, defense, all are as equally as important to each other. And, offense and special teams, I provide, great depth to those aspects of the game. And, I'm somebody who, I love the game of football. And I think that is something that, I've worked my whole life to get to this moment. I've worked my whole life to get here and be here now. So, I truly love the game, and I'm a guy who loves the team aspect of the game. I want to be that type of guy where my teammates can lean on me heavy and call me no matter what time of day it is, no matter what they need. So, like I said, man, I'm just blessed to be here.
Yeah, I mean, and just to kind of, give my piece on that as well. I mean, again, we have a quality athlete who, even without a track background, is able to run a 4.43 40. And a guy like you said, can line up all over the place, do whatever is asked, by the coaches. Some special teams experience as well, which again, you're going to be out there a lot, probably, as a rookie. Who knows? I mean, some people may pick you up in their fantasy football and, be able to contribute in multiple ways. So it's going to be fun to watch you develop. It's going to be exciting to see you, get drafted. So you have any draft day plans?
Yeah, for draft day, I'll be down in Florida. My grandparents are down in Pensacola, Florida. And so just bringing the party down to them, and family will be there. All the family will be there. So I'm excited for that.
Awesome, Khalil. Well, best of luck to you in this process, and thanks for sitting down with an interview with me. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate you.
Sure, no problem. Once again, Khalil Shakir, a wide receiver, Boise State. Definitely check him out. Thanks.